All right, my darlings. Hello and welcome. And from what I can see, you guys have triggered a hype train. So if you ever felt like throwing any money my way, now's the perfect opportunity to do so. Hello and welcome. I hope your week has gone just fine. I know some of you might still be at work. Hopefully, not for too long. I'm not going to be live for my usual length of time today. I've got airport duty, so sadly I'll have to be going at around 10:30. But we still got a little bit under 3 hours till that happens, so plenty of time, plenty of time. Hey Monolith, how you doing, my friend? I'm doing all right. I have one video already ready for us for today, which is another Dr. Daft show. It's the Jubilee one, but the one that you can actually watch without getting copyright struck. There were two that I wanted to watch. Hey, Stepan coming in right as the hype train has ended with 5 gifted tier 1 subs. Thank you, Stepan. I appreciate that greatly. And congratulations to the 5 lucky winners. Fuck. You're alright, buddy. You're alright. Don't you worry about it. I've had 2 videos. There are 2 videos on this channel that I really want to watch. There's a whole bunch, frankly, that I really want to watch, but there are 2 in particular. One of them's to do with monogamy versus polyamory. But for that one, I want to set that aside for whatever day it is that this isn't going to be working on, and then we can just sit through the whole fucker. It's an hour and 25 minutes, and it's gonna be good. I can already tell it's gonna be good. But today, I've got medical doctors versus holistic healers. So it should be interesting at the very least. I didn't know that holistic healers are sort of still a thing. I suppose they'll forever be a thing, right? As long as you can scam people, holistic healers are going to be a thing. But I'm certainly looking forward to it. And we've got this video right here, which it says that I've watched half of, but that is inaccurate. The thing was autoplaying when I was on the shitter, I'll have you know.
Politics. Retard off part 2.
Yes, thank you for the 151 biddies, Stepan. It in fact is, except this time it's a group effort, so it's going to be a whole fucking team. If you want a one-on-one retard off part 2, we've got Sneeko beefing with Andrew Tate. It's a long time fall-off between these two, but it was recently rekindled by the Louis Theroux documentary, and these goofballs are back at it again, with Abba and Preach commenting over it. Now, this was only a 20-minute video, so I'm thinking we're going to start off with this, and then we're jumping into medical doctors versus holistic healers. And both of these videos, given that this one's 20 minutes and this one's an hour and 7 minutes, that should be nicely tied into an overall, like a slightly under 3 hour stream. Seems fun. It certainly is going to be. And thank you for the 47 biddies, Stepan. Let's have a listen.
Andrew Tate. Now, this has been going for quite some time, ever since the whatever happened, the nightclub where they were doing the salute and doing all that crazy ass shit.
It seems he's got himself exposed and all these revelations are going to come to light. So I'm going to tell you a very factual story. I'm not Gossip Girl. I'm not here to insult.
Any coffee enemas on your bingo card? Is that a thing that holistic healers tell people to do? Is a coffee enema an actual thing, or are you just making things up? If it's an actual thing, I am legitimately curious.
Anyone. I have no personal vendetta against anybody. I'm not mad at anyone who's ever insulted me.
I'm not gonna lie, saying I'm not Gossip Girl. I'm not here with any vendetta. I would never do that. I don't like to just talk bad about the girlies while flicking your hands like this. Bitch, get the tea ready.
Just a guy, and I'm just here to tell a version of the story as I lived it. I'm just here to tell the truth. That's it.
I'm gonna say this too. Any man who tells you a story going like this the whole time is lying. Lying out his fucking teeth, even if it's...
Also, I love how these people do the whole, like, I'm just going to tell you my story. Like, lived experience is all of a sudden a fair metric when it's them lot. It's just not allowed when it's anyone else. Then it's strictly off limit.
His mouth closed, he lying.
Fucking
if he
mouth
goes,
breathers.
bro, I'm going to just tell you everything that happens, so swear to me, God, on my mama, on my dead homies, that nigga lying.
Noted.
What's that supposed to mean?
That means exactly what I just said. Okay. Noted.
I do this sometimes, and I am. Self-report. Self-report.
Hence why I noted it. I was like, oh.
Hey, Amanax, we've missed you too. We're doing just fine. Same old, you know, the day job sucks. I've actually, I found out today, bro, if we want to yap for like a minute or two, all right? I had a talk with my manager today, and my performance is perfectly fine. There are no issues whatsoever. I'm accepting extra responsibilities. Everything's Gucci. There's going to be no raise this year. Nothing. Not even like a fucking little sliver to make up for inflation. So in practice, for the year of our Lord 2026, if I don't find myself a different job, my pay rate has effectively gone down. My spending power has gone down for this year. So that was marvelous to talk to my manager about. And I was asking my manager, like, they understand, the upper management, I mean, that when they do shit like this, it's like they understand that when they do shit like this, we're gonna start looking for jobs externally, right? Like they gotta be understanding that shit. Because just logically speaking, look, the minimum wage, what did the minimum wage go up by this year in Poland? It was 3,600 zlotys last year, and it's 4,800 this year. There was a huge fucking increase in minimum wage. I want to say one of the largest ones I've ever seen, at the very least. Like 1,200 zlotys is a huge fucking increase. I was actually quite surprised to find out that's how much they raised it by. Unless I've read some bullshit info, which is also possible, because again, I don't read up much about minimum wage. That notwithstanding, though, it might be the case that the government's sort of prepping for a bit of a razzle and dazzle with a good old inflation. And my employer has basically gone and told me to go and fuck myself, so that's a bit of a rough one. But that notwithstanding, it's same old, same old. How about you, Amanax? That's a strat to make you quit. It is a strat to make us quit. There are more analysts currently than the financial institution I work for wants to have, and I believe that this will backfire quite badly quite soon. I'm actually quite looking forward to that one, but unfortunately, in the meantime, I sort of have to come up with a plan B. Did my P exam today, 14 out of 15 points. Hey, yo, let's go. Was it a proper P exam, or was it like one of those that you have to do in the UK if you want to join the police force? Because I was a police cadet in the UK for a while, and we did the official P requirement for the same one that like police officers would have, and it was not a thing, bro. It was not real. It was made up, okay? That P, it was a 4th grader equivalent of physical prowess, okay? That's it's magical that fucking cops in the UK managed to do anything, frankly. You were a police in the UK? I wasn't a police, I was a police cadet, yeah. Push-up, sit-ups, and 1k run. All right, so pretty normal. What's the, how many push-ups, how many sit-ups were you doing? New law? Nah, bro. I've said this a million times. I'm actually quite surprised. I'm surprised you've never heard me say that before. Shit, and you've been around here for ages, Amp. ACAB includes KrysSpeaks, true. It be what it be.
You noted it because I noted why you noted it. You know what I'm saying? Is that a lion? He doing this. I didn't do nothing. I did everything. I did everything and more. You don't even know.
My team is a person short this year, maternity leave. I'm still a junior in my position, work overtime all the time, and I just recently got told I don't earn my stay at the company. Oh, Jesus, fuck. I'm sorry to hear that. I can relate to people going on like maternity leave and shit like that. We've got a few cases at my job of that as well, and like picking up the slack after those people, I don't mind, but the corporation doesn't want to do their part in it either. Currently, we've got a policy on the books that if anyone quits, they're just not replacing them with other workers. So, and people are quitting, so with every next one, there's just more and more work. I'm really sorry to hear that, Amanax. It also sounds like bullshit. Sometimes they will say that just because they know that they're prepping for like a layoff season and they don't want to, well, like they want to get as much out of you as they can. Especially if there's like a fucking quarterly report or anything coming up soon. They'll be doing like this little bit of cheeky bullying to get you to maximize their own fucking results. Fuck them. Fuck them. 25 push-ups, 25 sit-ups, and about 3.45 minutes on my 1k run. Okay, 25 push-ups and sit-ups is piss easy. I don't know what my stats for a 1k run are. I am not good at running, bro. Well, actually, you know what? Fucking, we are carrying on the app session, all right? I say I'm not good at running, but sometimes when I leave the house late and I gotta run to catch the bus, or I gotta run to catch the early train, I like proper fucking sprint, bruv. Like, you have not seen... Like, do you know that gif of Keemstar running and saying I'm fast as fuck, boy? That is literally me. That is me when I'm running for the bus. Like, I leave fucking nothing in the tank. I am sprinting. And sometimes I sprint past other people in a similar predicament who are also trying to get to work on time and who most probably will not on account of the fact that they are not doing that very same thing. They run as though they have, like, stiff legs. It's very, very fucking strange. Like, what gives, you know? Why can people not run? What is that about? That is weird. With women wearing skirts and shit, I understand, right? Because the fabric limits you. But I'm talking about dudes. I'm talking about men, you know? What kind of man are you if you can't sprint like your life depends on it when you're trying to catch the bus? I'm fast as fuck, boy. Yeah, that is... I visualize Keemstar every time I do those sprinting sessions. Bring back hashtag fitness, Discord text server. I liked hashtag fitness. It's so no use. If I ever do consistent content creation on YouTube, I'm going to bring back a whole bunch of channels, Sam, because there's probably going to be new people who might want to use them. But for the time being, like, you were there when fitness was a thing. You weren't using that fucking chat either, bro. Running is gay. I hate cardio, but been on that grind lately. I am never going on the running grind. My fiance runs, and fuck that shit, bro. Fuck that. I can do swimming. I can do weightlifting. I can do, like, it's 11 p.m. and everything's closed, but there is a Groszek not too far from where I live, and I am out of Monster Energy drinks kind of marathon. But I ain't running. I ain't running ever. Unless, of course, like I said, I'm about to miss the bus. At that point, I will do the sacrifice. 25 sit-ups in 30 seconds, by the way. Easy, bro. I could do that with my eyes closed. Now, I think you will find out that most people can actually do sit-ups with their eyes closed. It's not a challenging task, is it? But I can do that with my eyes closed. Hey, Goro, how you doing, buddy? How's life? How's everything? Speed isn't good on that, sillies. What? Speed isn't good on what? Who are you calling silly, eh, gay boy? Fucking bring it on. I'll fight you. You're gonna get destroyed, Diz, bro. Absolutely wrecked. I like these little cat creatures. It's going to get me in combat, though, isn't it? Nope, nope. Turns out it will not.
A few years.
Christian Fatamur. Oh, you've actually reminded me of something. I was going to do this earlier and I forgot. I'm sorry. Stepan, thank you for 16 months, my guy. Amanax, thank you for 12 months. And I think we had one more maybe, but I can't see that right now. In either case, every day that you've spent as part of my community has been nothing but joyous to me. And I'm hoping for another 16 months, another 12 months, another forever. If we live that long, because there might be an impending fucking nuclear disaster coming up. But, you know, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. It's a nice change of pace for my current job, not gonna lie. I feel you, buddy. I feel you. I'm so done with it. I do not blame you, bro. There's only so long that you can spend shooting random immigrants at the border before you're like, bro, I would like to stop. Like, I don't mind brown people that much, you know? Like, they deserve better. I feel you. I feel you. It's good that you're, like, doing things to head on in that direction. 3K in 15:45 minutes. I don't know if I'd be able to run the 3K, actually. I think I might die. I'm reasonably fit, but my cardiovascular, like, fucking capacity is non-existent. Yeah. Play Devil May Cry 5, Funk. Do you know what? I'd actually consider that on, like, if I've got downtime from games that I actually want to play. I would consider that, for real. 45 push-ups and 51 sit-ups in 2 minutes. Sit-ups, I don't know if I'd be able to do that many in 2 minutes, because at some point my legs are going to start giving out, because again, it's the same issue as with cardio, right? Like, my lower body is not very fucking impressive. I sit in front of a desk for a living. Push-ups I can absolutely do. 51 push-ups in 2 minutes? Yeah, 100%.
ago, there was a streamer, I think everybody knows who I'm talking about, who was obsessed with me. If I got a girl's number on Fresh and Fit, he tried to do the same thing. Every single thing I did, he copied verbatim. He tried to be me, literally be me. He was obsessed with me.
I don't do one.
He's not wrong.
I agree.
He's
Not
not
wrong.
wrong.
Sneeko 1000% copied everything Tate did. He started doing this fucking cringe ass shit.
He did,
wearing
yeah.
the shades
Yeah,
just like
it was
him. Even
real
talking,
bad.
his inflection changed.
The leather jacket,
Yes.
the glasses,
Yes.
this position right here,
Yeah.
the enunciation of
I
Bugatti.
will agree. He definitely did that.
So
I
I'm like-
remember at one point, Sneeko looked at me and we were in a conversation. He said, and I'm like, if Andrew Tate was across from you, would you give your daughter to him as a man who's worthy?
I remember
And he
that.
said, yes.
Would you let your daughter date somebody like Andrew Tate? If your daughter was 18 and Andrew Tate came up to her when he's 40 years old, would you let your daughter date that guy?
Sneeko, you would give your daughter to a man who has 19 other women?
Wait,
He was a good guy, yeah.
really?
And I just want y'all to think about that because look at where they're at today.
He came to Romania
What
with
good
two
man
people
has
who I
that?
respect very much.
Fuck off with
Myra
these
and Fresh,
rocks,
great
you
guys.
inbred
They managed
fucking
to
cunt.
convince me to allow him to come. He came there and started acting really fruity and really weird. He started telling me that he had this thing that was exposed. He had this big scandal, and he asked me what I think about. Isn't it normal just to try new things? Don't you think it's normal to be curious? How do you know if you're really gay or not unless you've tried being gay? And then I realized he was coming on to me. I don't want to be a drama merchant like he is. My brand isn't sitting online.
My brand is Bugatti.
Bugatti!
What color is your Bugatti?
Every time you say that, I hear
It's a
something
fucking
else.
goofy.
Yeah, I know.
It's full of Bukaki.
Let's cut him off. He's upset. You can see in his eyes. It's not because he is morally superior. It's not because he just wants clicks. It's a rage which is suppressed. Guys, I don't like saying this. I feel uncomfortable making this video. I just said, no, I'm not gonna you, bro. Get out of here.
Okay. Now this is a
What does that have to do with Sneeko criticizing Tate, though? That's let's say that Sneeko's on the hunt for that dick. What's that got to do with Tate not living the Muslim life?
funny spin on this thing. Andrew's just basically going full petty and just saying, you gay. No, but bro, you gay. Yo, forget y'all point. You're gay, right? Hey, can we just acknowledge that you gay? That's his whole video.
Yeah.
What the reality is that he looked up to Andrew and Andrew rejected him and he felt slighted by that. That's it. I've seen this dynamic between a bunch of straight dudes. When you look up to a dude and you defend them and they shade you, bro, you get salty.
Oh, 100%.
You get salty. And Sneeko might deny it. He can do whatever he wants. But at the end of the day, he definitely went the extra mile to be like, Andrew Tate this, Andrew Tate that. And I get it. Sneeko put a lot of time. It's kind of gay. Put a lot of time into defending a man who wouldn't even acknowledge him 90% of the time. So it's not because he's gay. But these guys, they want to frame it that way because that's a big win in their world.
Yeah.
If you're gay, it's the worst thing in the world.
Now he's Muslim LARPing. He's Islam LARPing. Constantly LARPing about Islam while being gay in private and taking drugs in private.
Wait,
You're going too much. He's just really still following you.
is this guy going to accuse somebody of Islam? This guy? You can say whatever you want about it. He 100 times more of a Muslim than you. I see you doing Christmas celebrations, running around talking about you still got OnlyFans girls working for you,
PB-maxing.
gambling casinos, all
Kind
this
of is,
other
isn't it?
fucking gambling bullshit. You're the one who take gambling promos. How you gonna say that man's not? But look at you. He at least go to the mosque on a regular basis, does Islam-related videos. Nah, listen, if anyone LARPing, you could say all of them LARPing, but this motherfucker's the biggest LARPer of them all. Because I remember he had his conversion. The next day, he had a fucking big-ass promo with Stake.com. And if you guys aren't aware, gambling in Islam...
Wasn't the Sneeko nudes from when he was a minor? Do you know that I've heard something similar? I don't know if that's true, though. Because these people just be saying shit. And I didn't hear it from a good source, so I genuinely don't know. Fucking big creepy if true. But I don't know, because I've heard that apparently it's from like one of the fucking photo shoots, and he wasn't a model when he was a minor. I'm pretty sure he started out when he was over the age of 18. No idea, though.
One of the worst things. That is, it's up there with debt and some other. It is crazy to do a gambling promo as a like hundreds of millions of dollars person.
He keeps his faith on the internet, and in his private life is completely haram. So we can discuss which one of us is the real Muslim if we want to have that conversation. But I live in an Islamic country. I live in Dubai. He lives in New York.
What? First of all, you got me with that one, chat. I am. I don't really know what to say to that one. Bro, actually, there are probably more Muslims in New York City than there are in fucking Dubai. I don't know if you guys have ever been in Dubai, but Dubai is not like, they're not Muslim in like the religious sense of the word. Like not in the, not in what these people are LARPing as. It's a very, it's a place where a lot of people escape to so that they can pretend to be Muslim whilst living lives that have absolutely nothing to do with Islam.
I've been to Dubai.
I've never been.
It
Don't
is
want to
about
go either.
as Muslim as a pig's anus. There is very little that's Muslim about that city. Sorry. No. And even you living there, that's where all the fucking expats and all the Dubai poo-poo influencers go to get shat on by fucking princes and shit.
True.
What the fuck is Muslim about you living there? What the fuck are you talking about? Go to Dearborn, Michigan. You're probably more Muslim than anyone in Dubai.
Poo-poo influencers.
Poo-poo influencers. That's what I call them. That's what they do. I'm being
I was gonna
honest
say,
with
that
you.
is
You
what
will
they do.
never
Yeah,
see
they
more
eat poop.
plastic
They
surgery
eat
than when
poop.
you see
That
foreigners in
happened.
Dubai. Dead ass. It's like motherfuckers look at, I'm so conservative. I live in Miami, Florida.
Opinion
He's-
probably
he's-
involves a
He's
mouthful.
the Lulu for the poo-poo.
Let's take a listen to Seeker's response because apparently there's a lot more that happened since then. And I think this part is the more interesting part because I think it says a lot about both of them.
I don't want to give this any energy, but this is part of a bigger coordinated attack. I'm a streamer, I'm a public persona, but people who aren't public persona, bringing them into this is heinous, it's evil, and it's beyond what I thought a lot of these people would be capable of. You know, I'm here, I'm in the public space. I can see how that makes sense.
Bro.
But when you bring other people into this, you cross the line.
So if people aren't aware, Andrew Tate was reposting stuff, I think, about some people very close to him who are completely offline. I have no
Oh, his
public-
family. His family got doxxed and stuff. So
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus,
That
that's
is
rough.
completely unacceptable, and it's a true depiction
Why are they going after Sneako's family? From my understanding, his family's quite alright, actually. It's just him that's retarded. If anything, you'd probably pity his parents a decent amount, because they've raised him all right. It's the internet that ruined him, and it's his own... It's himself that's ruined him, really. As far as I know, his parents are quite good people, actually.
of character. I don't want to bring it up right now. I don't want to bring more attention to it. And
I just want to say, you remember when I said I will... Go ahead, preach what you want to say.
memorize what?
Dubai sounds like such a hellhole. It
Yo,
is.
Sneako, shut
It
the
is.
fuck up.
I don't understand why people
Shut
go
the
there,
fuck up.
bro.
'Cause you're
It's such a weird area for visiting as well. Because it's just... You can go to a lot of places and rationalize your spending there, but like any money that you spend in Dubai, it's like it goes straight to fucking slave labor, bro. Like that shit's not like oof, you know? Fucking oof.
Same bitch ass motherfucker that was kikiing with the fresh and fit motherfuckers when they did whatever they did when they were outing who they thought they outed. We were kikiing, which was supposed to be my wife or whatever or not. You were kikiing with them and having fun with them, or you don't do that,
Oh,
but
true.
now it happens
Forgot
to you and
about
now
that.
you cross the line. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God, I'm hurt. Shut up. Laughing and making jokes and shit. Now it's off. Now, oh my God, it's off brand. You did that. You did that. Oh, how have the table turned? You poor
The
bitch.
turntables.
And mind you, I'm not really happy for your family that happened to you. Like, I'm not. But see, that's how the fuck it feels like.
the people around who don't deserve that. And it's that stuff is not, you know, there's,
No, it's not it, right?
you cross the line, bro.
my
You know, Andrew Tate is going after me personally, you know, people in my personal life that are not involved. It's on Twitter, so it is what it is. I faced a lot of backlash, and part of the reason I got banned everywhere was to defend him because I believed that they were fighting the Matrix. We found out that was different when he got out of jail.
And I think this is one of the principal issues that I have with these types. They'll act like they're all principled. Everything is this. It's about the fucking message. And they'll be like, oh my God, can you believe that person's character? And your best friend's Myron. Like, none of that makes any sense to me. And it's not like, oh, you guys are friends offline. You guys are friends only promote each other. You sat on the streams while he was doing that shit, posting pictures of other people's spouses and partners who had no business being online, who never were public figures. And you laughed. And now that it's your turn, now it's crossed the line. It's a moral indignation. So what, do you only think behavior is bad when it affects you? All the other times you co-signed, amplified,
that is exactly
encouraged.
what he thinks.
He goes to talk on about how he defended people against Moist Critical and took so much shit on the internet. Why did you defend them? Do you think it's a virtue to defend people who are morally reprehensible and you know are lying because they're your friend? Do you think that's a good thing at the expense of the audience, at the expense of the people they're defrauding, at the expense of the people that they're misrepresenting themselves? Do you think it's a virtue? That's why I don't like a lot of these characters in this space, is nothing matters in terms of values and consistency. Nothing. Jesus. They will lie. They will say behavior is bad one day and say it's good the next. If it's their friend, it's all amazing. If it's someone else, it's always horrible. Of course I think what's happening is bad. That's why I don't talk about who. I'm not even gonna get into it. We don't need to know. It doesn't matter. I don't care about his personal life. I don't care if this nigga is gay. I don't care if he's straight, transsexual. I don't give a fuck. What bothers me is that these people lead men and don't really sit there and own the fact that they spent years supporting, endorsing, and to this day still support people who did the same things that they're apparently against. Free speech advocate. We should be able to talk. Your buddy spent how long doing fake DMCA claims because you wanted to silence his detractors. But then you'll talk about censorship. You think it's a great... I supported Andrew Tate through his case. Why? There's clips of him online bragging about taking advantage of men and stealing all their life savings for his own riches.
I had these guys selling their houses, life savings, loans, all of it to me. Give me it all.
That documentary, that's one of my favorite clips with HS, because he's one of the few people who are piece of shit enough to admit it openly. I don't give a fuck about anyone. I'm in this for me. And that's true for all these pieces of garbage in this space. When Siegel came out and said the red pill is dead, God pill, yeah, okay. But you gotta go sit back and eat all the stuff that you endorsed for so long and sold to fans who spent money on that bullshit. Not good. Don't get defensive. Don't take it personal. I'm just being straight with you as a person and anybody watching. People are always okay with bad behavior as long as it doesn't target them and their tribe. Then you don't think the behavior is bad. You just don't like who it targets. And to me, I can't respect that. I edited that clip in that exact week because I knew Preach was going to act that way. I knew Preach was going to pick up on the exact thing that I picked up on, which is him saying, this crossed the line. It crossed the line. But you watched it happen to somebody else and it didn't cross the line. You didn't say a word. I think you're just not ready to address what you did before. Not truly. And it's tough to get online and say, I was wrong for all them years I endorsed this shit. I was wrong for all them years that I said this shit was real. Why? Because these people may be real friends to you in some ways or whatever.
I wonder about that friend of mine who bought Tate. Sorry, I wonder what my friend who bought Tate cause does now. He's probably a few grand poorer. Which version did he buy, D, out of curiosity? Because Andrew Tate had like fucking tears to that shit, didn't he? Fucking embarrassing falling for that shit, man. Genuinely fucking embarrassing.
But at the end of the day, the people you roll with, most of them are garbage. Why should anyone really think that you've changed? Now, I might believe, but I understand why Preach does it.
Don't act like they flipped on you or they flipped. They did those things. They didn't flip. They're just doing it on you. That's it. There's no change. That motherfucker was pissing. What changed was the win, so you received that piss in the face. But that motherfucker was pissing.
That's a bar.
That's a bar.
Pissing.
So
right out the car. You in the back seat, they were in the front seat.
Your window was
same
open.
Side.
Yup. Flang in
Don't
your face.
recommend it. I've seen people do that.
Now you have a mouthful of piss and you gotta swallow.
Don't
put my picture up.
So I'll say,
he put my picture
someone
up.
Suggested, if you guys donate $100, I will read your fortune using Preach's head. But a minimum 100. Anyone who goes above that, it'll be a really good fortune. Positive. What's that?
Thank you. Make it shiny.
Is that baby oil? Whoa, whoa.
I gotta moisturize. What you talking about? Yeah, boy.
The P&P Diddy's for Preach.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Bet y'all never saw that coming.
No, because you're sweating. I cannot leave you alone. Your forehead's glistening, so my shit going.
All right, so some people don't know this, but I sweat a lot. It's
Yes,
kinda
no,
just
we
like a
know.
thing. Okay, let me
Jesus,
rephrase.
that was a
You're
fucking
right, everyone knows. You know what?
active reaction.
What I was gonna say was when I go out dancing, for example, people like to see my Instagram stories, but they're like, "Yo, why do you change shirts so many?" It's because I sweat a lot. And I think part of being considerate is if you know you nasty, wipe your forehead. You know what I mean?
And it's time and time again, it's the people that are closest to you that you've defended the most. People that I've went.
You picked them. Like, dude, I would understand if this was like a familial tie, right? And it was a member of your family and everyone's going against them, but you know them from the fucking childhood years and they were always good to you, so you're defending them because you can't believe they would have done that. Fair enough. All right, fair enough. You would probably not get a pass in that case either, because Andrew Tate outright admitted that he has done, in fact, what people are accusing him of having done. But do you know what? I could maybe understand it at some, like, human level. But this is just a random internet motherfucker that you threw your entire career behind, because it was the easiest way for you to make money and make a name for yourself. It's just fucking embarrassing.
Went to back and forth with Moist Criticals because I was defending people that I thought were my friends.
Stop defending people because they're your friends. Start defending people on principle. You know, you want to talk about values
True.
and morals and you want to stay on the subject, but you defended somebody because y'all know each other. Do you think that's an ethical, great thing? Your friend was wrong. He lied to sell a course about how he slept with 1,000 women and he told these fucking fake ass stories about his whole life. And you defended his lies. It's not a virtue.
My reputation changed forever because of the Manosphere Association, the Red Pill Association, because I was defending him so much. Look at what he's doing now. None of that was reciprocated. And to my face, Andrew Tate says no issue, shakes my hand, and wants to do a video with me in New York.
You upheld and defended an ideology that you now say today is full of frauds and charlatans. But now you're framing this like, yo, I went to fucking war and defended you. My reputation took a hit. But yeah, because you defended frauds and charlatans. It's not like you were doing some even kind of reporting or you were honestly critiquing them when they deserved it.
When he's saying that, when he's saying exactly that there, when he's saying, oh, I defended you and I took a hit, he's saying in a sense that I defended you, I'm looking for reciprocity. And why is he saying that? It's because when he's saying I defended you, I took a hit, my credibility took a hit, that means that I defended you even though this shit was highly questionable. I defended you and I took a hit. So you took a hit and you defended it despite you knew. So I mean, you knew it was despicable. You knew it was bad.
Hell yeah.
You knew it was not legit, yet you still defended him, expecting him to defend you later on in life. Sorry to say, it just proves that you're a garbage human being.
I won't go that far, but I do.
And you went like this, so that's a lie. All right, carry on.
One hand is maybe.
So it's half a lie.
Half a lie. You turned and closed your eyes when you saw shit that was off. And I know Sneako's smart enough to hear certain clips and be like, that sounds fucked up. But he didn't cover it. That clip of Andrew Tate on the Full Send podcast for me says everything about who he is as a human. If my friend had ever said something like that, I already know I'm done with that person. And this for me, as a male advocate, I already know you're the most disgusting piece of garbage. And Sneako has played this since. He's played this now in the last couple of months, but he didn't play it back then.
I had these guys selling their houses, life savings, loans, all of it to me. Give me it all.
Opinion on Naruto being reanimated? Is it being reanimated? Why? Oh, that's gonna be horrible, isn't it? I was never big on Naruto, I'll be honest with you. I've watched the first, like, few hundred episodes. But Shippuden was alright-ish. I was still young when that shit was coming out, so my standards were non-existent. It was just something to watch. But I don't know, bro. Out of all the big animes, I feel like Naruto's my least favorite. Yeah. Well, what would be... I'm thinking of the big three, and I'm thinking One Piece, Naruto, or Bleach. What might I be missing? Hey, Ritesh, how you doing? Was there anything else that was airing around the same time, like one of those big fucking tapeworm-esque animes? Because I can't think of anything. Fairy Tail, yeah, I quite liked Fairy Tail. I stopped liking it after a while, but I liked it a lot when it was still, like, at the start. Still, though, I will say Bleach is probably my favorite out of all of those. It's going to be Bleach, then it's going to be One Piece, probably. It depends, frankly, because some of the fillers in One Piece can fuck right off. Then Fairy Tail, and my least favorite is going to be Naruto for sure. I guess Boruto doesn't make money. I don't see why it would, to be quite honest with you, buddy. Bleach was always very fun. I really liked Bleach. I still do. But I actually haven't watched the newest one that came out not too long ago. Bleach isn't ironically goated. I was watching it when Hyper was still a thing. Fuck, there was this old Polish website for watching anime with Polish subtitles. Bleach.wbm.pl? I think that's what it was called. Wbm.pl, I think that's what it was. That's where I used to watch that show when I was... Bro, I must have been like 10. If not young, no, I would have been younger. Shit, man. Fucking hell. But yeah, Bleach was for me, it was the number one.
So like, and it's basic shit, right? You'd have a guy.
Feel bad or no?
Fuck no. To give a solitary fuck.
This is the man you defended. The man who took advantage of other men. You went out of your way
I do
to
not, Goro,
constantly
no.
defend this person. And he never lied about it.
I've got bad experience with reading manga or with like reading anime in general. I suppose it's not really called anime, but you know what I'm saying. The one thing that I've read in full from start to finish, more recently, much more recently, was Solo Leveling. And Solo Leveling has, I think, the single most dogshit ending of anything I've ever fucking read in my life. The writer of that show was perfectly aware of the fact that it's just like a big and stupid fucking aura farming thing, and there's no need to pretend like it's anything but that, because it isn't. And then he fucked up the ending so bad, I don't think I've read anything since, bro. Because, like, you invest so much of your time to read something week by week, and then they fuck it up. Like, big time. Chainsaw Man is about to end. Yeah, I've heard people are not too happy with Pochita's decision to say that Benji was at his happiest when he was absolutely fucking depressed in that shed. I'm guessing there's got to be something else that they'll do, right? They can't just leave it like that. But no, holy shit, Solo Leveling's ending is bad, man. It's just such a way... It's bad in the dumbest sense as well, because it's bad in a way that invalidates every single page that you've read so far. It is just incredible how fucking stupid you have to be to write an ending like that. Did an IDF soldier hold you at gunpoint? Why would an IDF soldier hold me at gunpoint? Is Israel linked to Solo Leveling in a way I might not be aware of? Real One's big three is Bakugan, Inazuma 11, and Beyblade. Do you know what is the actual real one when it comes to anime? And I feel like if anyone disagrees with me on this, I'm gonna fucking fight you. But this is an actual fucking certified real one. Are you ready, chat? Are you ready? This is a proper fucking classic, but it's none of the classics that you're thinking of. Shaman King. I watched that shit when it was fire. I was watching that when I was a kid. I fucking loved every episode of Shaman King. Bro, Amidamaru just coming out of nowhere with his two fucking swords. I was pugging like mad. Little Chris was in there, bro. Real hell yeah, Toaster. You're a man after my own heart. Shaman King was so fucking good. Oh, it just makes me happy. Fuck. That was lucky. It's one of those memes about associating anything badly written or whatever with Israel. Oh, shit. Good meme, good meme. I just didn't catch it.
About who he was. He always was.
The Polish opening to Król Shamanów is better than the original. You can fight me on that. I don't know if I know the original one because I watched it in Polish.
Pretty upfront about being a garbage piece of shit in his whole life and how he made his wealth. He always was very upfront about it. He didn't care about taking advantage of people. And you think it's a virtue that you defended this man against these attacks from the Matrix. Sometimes I wonder, am I expecting too much of people? And then I tell myself, fuck that. These people make millions off the backs of regular people. They make millions.
True.
Some of the millions.
That's the shit that always gets to me whenever we talk about people like Leaflet as well, or Kershaw, or Rev. Like these fucking low non-existent standards. The Leaflet's Discord drama is a good thing to bring up here because it's just like, bro, these people are fucking loaded and they make hundreds of thousands off of their audience. And they want to accept no responsibility, no matter how slim it might be. And they're actual, in some cases, some of these people are fucking millionaires, or at the very least they should be, unless they're really bad with finances. I just watched it online, Ritesh. I just, no Jetix for me. Just pure fucking internet piracy from a very young age. Shit. Okay, I'm guessing that was another one of those big balls there.
A month. Some of y'all may not even get there in your lifetime. These guys make that shit in a month. All I'm saying is don't defend people you know are unethical in how they make their money. Maybe that's too much. I don't know. Maybe I'm a virtue singer, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not the most religious person in the world, but I truly believe the kind of things that you do to others, the kind of unethical behavior that you know in your heart of hearts, that you question but you silence, that shit does come to find you at some point. And this might be a tough time, and I don't wish this on your family and friends, and I hope they all get through it. But I hope you think about how you made other people feel when you were defending folks who did that to others. That's all I hope. And I hope for everyone watching at home, forget fucking Sneeko, forget Tate, forget all the in the red pill space, forget all these people. Sometimes y'all are in places where nobody's watching. It's easy to f people over when you know you're gonna get away with it. But I hope you know that that kind of energy you put out there, that kind of shit that you foster, it will find its way back to you in some type of way. You might feel like the victim at that time, but I hope you think back on those moments where no one was watching and you decide to fuck.
I want to believe this. It's so very rarely that this actually becomes the reality, though. Usually there is no karma for these people. It's just they fucked so many over, they've made millions off of it, and they will be perfectly fine. Nova Spaghetti. Dude, fucking hell, you are bringing back some memories here. This spaghetti used to be the shit.
Someone over for your own selfish gain. But you know what, guys? You know how many people have contacted me from Myron's high school, from his family life, that I have never mentioned publicly in my whole life? Never talks about it. Those people would email me, I'm like, I'm not doing that. One, it doesn't really have much to do with the things I cover. Secondly, you just don't feel right. And I don't give a fuck. Myron might be truly homosexual. I don't know. I don't really care. I think it's kind of funny to think about because of how I'm straight nigga. Hey, you suck, but I don't fuck my girl. It's funny. I don't care. This nigga might suck 10 a day. Tell AG to fucking clean up the semen on the sheets.
Goddamn.
You get your citizenship, bitch. Just clean up the shit. I don't want to do it. I don't care.
If you don't clean it up, I'll clean it up. Hi. That's probably what he's saying, but that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Niggas say you was yes, you're so good with that shit, bro. These are not things that are worth getting into. And that's why people are like, but why'd y'all defend Myra when he was getting falsely? Because it's unethical.
Actually, same, Amanax.
I don't really care about this goofball and whether or not his life goes well or not. I think he's a horrible person. I think that about a lot of these people in the red pill space. I think a lot of scammers and charlatans rose to the top to lead men when men were lost. That's an indictment on society for not giving space to dudes to figure they fucking shit out. But it doesn't change. I think these people, but I still wouldn't be like, hey man, fuck, you got some dirt on Myron, bro? Hey, oh yeah. So he sucked in 7th grade? Word? I'm not doing that. So, yeah, I'm not gonna sit there. What?
Sucking in 7th grade is crazy.
Is it?
You just said that like.
I'm not saying that happened. I'm not even saying somebody's told me.
No, that's not what I was saying.
Let me clear it up. Because I did sound kind of crazy. You're right. I was giving a random example of what someone might do. I'm actually caring, okay?
Are you millennial or a Gen Z, Chris? I'm 27, so it will be one of those where I'm neither, right? It's like when you're born sort of around the time where one becomes the other.
That sounds crazy.
You see, Nico? That's what you do when your friends sound crazy. You tell them right on the spot.
Hey, you know what? Thank you. Because I actually would not like a rumor for me to start that way about him. Because it's not true. And even if it harms his reputation, makes him look, I don't want that. So genuinely, thank you. Someone said weirdly specific.
That was crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Yo,
that's
listen,
why I laughed.
I'm gonna be accountable and I'm gonna apologize right now. That's my bad. I should not have said that, guys. I'm gonna say that right now. That was me fucking up.
Because you said that.
I was just I was being real.
That's gonna be the law now.
I was free flowing, and sometimes when you freestyle, sometimes you get balls on your forehead. That was that moment, okay?
Today.
All right, chat. We've been waiting for this, and now I think it is time. Isn't 95 to 2012 a Gen Z by definition? But the thing is, like, it's such a... All of these metrics are so fucking weird, though, at the end of the day. Like, bro, somebody born 96 and somebody born 2011 aren't going to have the same experience, right? That's not the same. They will have nothing in common. Especially in fucking Poland, right? Where the times have hit you hard in the past. Like, that's just... You know what I mean? That shit's just silly.
Today on the Bridge, holistic healers and medical professionals come together to discuss health, wellness, and the best ways to care
healers,
for the body.
Let's go. I'm so fucking ready for this
Different
chat.
approaches, shared goal. Can they find common ground? Welcome to the Bridge.
Hi, I am Reverend Soulflower, and I am a reproductive health and wellness practitioner.
My name is Jessica. I'm a functional nutritionist and a holistic health practitioner for women's hormonal dysfunction issues.
Love it. My name is Alexis. I'm a holistic healer. Personally, I'm not a medical professional.
My name is Jasmine. I'm a holistic influencer and wellness practitioner.
My name is Nakia. I'm a doctor of nursing practice, and I specialize in gerontology, nephrology, and urology.
My name is Jordan. I'm a doctor of pharmacy and a wellness advocate and speaker.
My name is Dr. Chinonso Kaga Abisogun. I'm a dermatologist, doctor of skin, hair, and nails.
Only in America type shit, bro, you would be surprised, okay? Fucking, wasn't it Mensen who was saying that we don't need NHS because we can just have old women go around healing people from village to village? Like, dude, you say only in America type shit. The fucking leader of one of the fastest growing rightoid parties in Poland believes in holistic healing, okay? He doesn't really, he just wants to, you know, thieve from the government. But this is not just America, bro. We are all fucking cooked.
It has the power to heal itself. Medicine just gets in the way.
Dude, I would have been so fine with that prompt if not for the second part. Medicine just gets in the way? Bro.
Okay, so my question is, are you saying that the body cannot heal itself, or are you saying that medicine does not just get in the way?
I'm saying that medicine does not get in the way, because there are some things that your body can't heal on its own. You can't heal yourself from a heart attack or a stroke. You need medications and interventions.
Shit.
I would second that. I think that the body absolutely can't heal itself, but sometimes the body needs a little bit of help in order to get to a state, because if you're so ill, so sick, and there's so many comorbid things happening, you can't, your system can't do what it needs to get you where it needs to go. So sometimes you need medication to help.
Yeah.
Wait, why are there just three? I thought there were 4 doctors. What happened? Why are there 3 now? Weren't there 4? Am I stupid?
Things can be true. Yeah. I think the body can heal itself, and I think medicine can also be helpful. And it really just depends on the circumstances, the situations, like they mentioned. You know, there are emergencies, and there are things
There were
that
3 from the get-go. Shit. Why is there 3 and 4?
Lifestyle.
Why have the holistic ones got an assistant place? Why did we immediately handicap the actual fucking doctors? What is that about?
Comorbidities, genetics. There's so many things that influence it. So I'm a fan of using all of the tools that are available to us.
100% great. I agree. I think it's well-rounded I think all things are true. That the body can heal
Use
itself.
spiritual
Medicine
power
does
to get rid of one
sometimes
of
get in
them.
the way and
True.
cause harm, and medicine sometimes helps and
I know it's fine, Amanex, I know.
you know, gets people to heal
The
faster.
holistic
And obviously, if
people
you've broken
are,
your leg or you had a heart attack, you need intervention.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. I would be interested to hear from other professionals as well if there are any medical professionals that believe that you have to have medicine for everything. So it's actually really encouraging to hear all three of you understanding that the body can.
Who the fuck has ever said that you need medicine for everything? Like, it's gonna be another one of those episodes where the fucking weirdos are only weird because, like, I'm not gonna be able to relate to any fucking thing that they say. It's just gonna be another case of the weirdos being incredibly weird because they just don't understand the thing they seem to suggest they're against.
Heal
Fuck
itself,
me.
you know. But you're right. If I fall down the stairs and I break my legs, I'm begging someone to take me to the hospital.
Yeah.
And so I think it's really
They
important
do,
to
Amanex,
understand
every
where things
fucking
are
time.
placed. But I feel like so much of the industry is just Western, and that's where, especially women, we're a panel of women. A lot of people can get into trouble because there's this crutch. I need medicine for every single thing, you know. But it's nice to hear that you guys believe that.
Yeah. And I know specializing in like women's health and also having stage 4 endometriosis too, you know, we're not taught about diet, we're not taught about, you know, the nervous system, we're not taught about stress, which is a huge factor in that, especially the diet. I mean, I can't say how many times doctors told me to change my diet, but then that was it. Yeah. You know, and just having a little more direction, and then, you know, finding out that, especially with like endometriosis, is actually a biounavailable copper toxicity and a bile and liver blockage. And so the first thing I was offered was the copper IUD. So which would add insult to injury, it's depleted zinc. So I think running more tests, like the Dutch and the HTMA, and kind of integrating both. I actually worked in Western Medical for 20 years. So I worked in a time where they did use holistic sometimes. I know I worked at Garden Grove Hospital many years ago, like 2001, and they used 90,000 BTU cayenne pepper to stop heart attacks. So I've seen kind of both as well.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that was beautiful. That was beautiful to hear that there are Western practitioners and doctors that feel like there is a balance, because my experience has been not that in the Western space. Also,
These people sound like the opposite of when people do fucking window shopping, but for doctors. Like, you know, you've got people who are so certain that they know exactly what's wrong with them that they're gonna like keep looking for different doctors until they find one that tells them, yes, this is in fact what is wrong with you. It sounds like these people found a doctor who might not have maybe been very good at his job, and then their response to that was like, fuck that shit, we're going with the Eastern medicine now. And it's just like, dude, you might have overcorrected a bit much on that one, Chief.
So symptoms management versus symptoms relief kind of comes into play there, right? So if someone is going, let's go diet, right? If their diet is leading them to a heart attack, then kind of assessing some of the root things that are leading to the heart attack, or whatever the dis-ease is of the body, the disconnect, to bring back that wholeness to the body, so that we don't need prescriptions that lead to different problems and, you know, things of the sort. So I think there's a balance. Yeah, like you said, to your point, you know, I break a leg, help, you know, clearly,
yes.
you know, even I said lab work, that was something I don't draw blood. I'm not really a fan. But, you know, if you bring me lab results, I can tell you some herbs that can support you in balancing that, as opposed to maybe here's a prescription that'll help with this, but you might have an accident in another place, you know? So I just think symptoms management, where I feel like holistic medicine does give you an opportunity to take preventative measures before you need symptoms management.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like, you have to triage these things. Like, holistic medicine is fantastic for preventative care and like managing people long term, but in the risk of Western medicine, interventions, medications outweigh the benefits, and holistic medicine is the way to go. But then otherwise, like especially for acute issues, like that's where Western medicine is really good at. We're really great at fixing those acute issues and, you know, things like that. But I always advocate for holistic medicine preventatively, absolutely.
Yeah, I think sometimes Western medicine can be very cookie cutter. And so kind of what you were talking about, you're prescribing this one diet to people with so many different symptoms.
You need a third side to this convo to tell people that they should turn into virtual beings so they won't be sick ever and can reproduce by combining codes of both beings. I don't think that would count as reproduction, strictly speaking. But no, so far, I thought this was gonna, to be fair, that might be on me. I thought this was gonna be way more spicy, but I forgot that this lady does her shows like way the fuck more reasonable. The real weirdos. And it's just being slighted. I forgot that she does her shows way more reasonable. I was expecting some like fucking proper insanity posting right off the bat. Which, to be fair, sometimes we get, right? What was the one that we've watched? Feminist versus anti-feminist, right? Some of those anti-feminists were fucking insane. This seems a little bit more boring, but let's keep watching. Let's see. Maybe it evolves.
And issues that are happening all at the same time, and it's like that's not working. And so Western medicine kind of doesn't meet the mark in that space, and I do think that's where holistic comes in. And it's exciting to be able to see, you know, people like yourselves that are promoting that message and creating spaces where, you know, they don't have to just go to do whatever the doctor said. I think that's important. I think sometimes we do kind of get past a certain point where that's helpful. And I think you also have to kind of look at that societal issue of, I want the fast thing. And that's where Western medicine comes in. Holistic takes time. You have to be willing to do the daily, multi-daily regimens in order to, you know, to get to that goal. Exactly. Yeah, it takes time. And so that's kind of one of those things. People want the Band-Aid, the silver bullet, the quick, whatever is going to get me to the result I want. And the one pill daily sounds a lot better than the 6 times tea.
It's true.
Yeah, you know.
6 times tea, yeah.
Like GLP-1 is better than a nutritionist.
Yeah.
And it's very nuanced too.
Yeah.
I think it's really nuanced, you know, because like for me as a dermatologist, I do a lot of laser treatments in which we're creating controlled injury to the skin. And we know, you know, from decades of research with wound healing or how well the body is able to heal itself, or, you know, we're able to heal from wounds. Those are influenced by, are you a smoker? Like, are you eating a lot of processed sugary foods? Are you eating a well-balanced diet? Do you have enough protein? All of these things are going to contribute to our ability to be able to heal well.
It's shit like this always, when it comes to like this aspect of holistic medicine, that's usually what I say on stream, right? Like this shit is just normal. This is what everyone does. Nobody's got a problem with that. Like the holistic medicine shit that makes me, like, sets me the fuck off. And I should have showed you, I should maybe look for that guy and I could make a whole fucking segment on him. It's been a while since I've done like a specific segment with his stream plans. Just work's been a bitch lately, so it's been rough. There is this, my mum used to watch him during COVID. He would make streams on Facebook, a bald dude named Mariusz. And Mariusz he was a dietitian, and he's written books on dieting. And his whole thing was that he has a diet which cured his cancer. And he's not saying that it will cure your cancer too, but it just might. And there were so many women in his community that either have had family members with cancer or themselves have had cancer in the past, that he was just preying on. And it's just such a fucking horrible, horrible thing to do. That's the kind of holistic medicine that can, like, fuck right off.
Right.
The guy that says grapes are bad for you because they contain sugar? Oh, not sure about that guy specifically. The one I'm thinking of was more centered around just the idea that that you can cure cancer with a good diet, essentially.
But in those instances where there are emergencies or things where people need a little bit more help to get over the edge, then we do have medications, I think.
I wanted to speak to your point when you talked about symptom management. I think with the prompt, we're talking about healing, and I'm wondering, like, with symptom management, and we're talking about synthetic pharmaceuticals, most of the time it's not addressing the root cause to actually heal the person. It is to make them comfortable for a long period of time. So I think when it comes to surgeries, that can help a healing process. But when it comes to pharmaceuticals, I think more often than not, the adverse effects are always going to outweigh the holistic approach to healing specifically.
I'd like to address that. I think you're absolutely right if not used properly. One thing, so I used to work clinically for chronic diseases, blood pressure, diabetes, things of that nature. And my approach was we're gonna use the medicine to make sure that your numbers are low enough to keep you controlled, but we're also working on lifestyle changes. You need to be eating well, you need to be exercising, so that my goal is to get you off of this medication.
That's great.
You're coming to me frequently enough that I can see where your numbers are. I'm having them log blood pressures. I'm having them gain understanding of what it looks like, what it means to truly.
My dad's like that. He believes he'll get over his genetic predisposition for cancer by eating well and going to the beach every day. Look, as long as he's not preying on other people with that set of beliefs, then whatever like keeps him strong. This dude was fucking evil though, specifically because he was preying on people with that set of beliefs. Like he very specifically wanted people with cancer in his audience because those would be like his big fucking shillers. Like those would be the people that he makes the most on. And it's just so disheartening.
Be healthy, and yes, we're using the medicine, but the goal is not for you to be on this forever, or at the very least we can lower doses, come up with some different alternatives.
Yeah, I guess my question is, from your experience being with other practitioners, Western medical professionals, are there classes that you guys go through where they teach you the holistic side? Is it just Western medicine? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like there's enough training? Because all of you guys sound like you value the holistic side as well, which is amazing. We need more professionals like you, But from your experience, are there any actual trainings, classes, accountability where there's, that's made for preventative care and not just, make sure you eat well, you make sure you're, all that stuff, you're exercising. Is there education that you're given, or do you feel like that needs to be improved?
I feel like you should know that if you're a holistic healer, right?
So in nursing, a lot of
because presumably you're not the regular one because you've recognized the shortcomings, right? No?
Patient-centered care. So when I got my doctorate in nursing practice, we didn't necessarily have holistic practice classes but a lot of our classes or teaching was about like that personalized care and being culturally sensitive. So when you're culturally sensitive, you can't just depend on Western medicine because it's basically just Western. And a lot of these holistic practices come from other cultures. And so that's how we kind of dive into that holistic practice in a way. And so although we don't learn about all the different herbs and things, we understand what's important to our patients. And then we as individuals go out and learn that. Because I don't know about you guys. I'd never had a holistic practice class. Yeah. But I have cultural competency. Okay. And that helps me go out and learn the other things that I need to learn based on my specialties.
Well, everything is metaphysical. Yes. Everything is metaphysical. Everything is connected. And I think that's a big part of what drew me to holistic medicine at all, was understanding that there's so many pieces that contribute to the whole. And the thing about Western medicine is it isolates symptoms. You have this problem, even in psychology.
Am I crazy? Have I only seen women in this show? Do you know what? That actually might be true. I wasn't paying attention, so I to that specifically, I've never paid attention. Yeah, yeah. There seem to have been some shows with trans women as well. So it's all inclusive, I would say, at the very least. But yeah, not a single man inside. Yeah. I wonder if it was. Hold on, was. Yeah, no, you're onto something, Diz. Hey, nice catch. Might be on purpose. Oh, it's definitely on purpose. You don't get this kind of sample size by an accident.
Like, I was going to be a psychologist. That's what I was going to school for. But telling people that you have a certain symptom or a certain condition sometimes masks the real issue. And there's a name for everything, whether we're talking about mental health or physical health. There's a name for everything, and going around that or trying to treat that directly sometimes can keep you in a bad position or chronic condition for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I have like 3 points. Western medicine, the reason why there is no holistic training is because it's very Eurocentric in its beginnings. So when you talk about holistic and you talk about whole and you talk about, as you said, what was that beautiful word, cultural competency, you'd have to include that in order for your practice to be culturally competent, to me, right? So then to your point, yeah, some of these diagnoses and these names and stuff are from dudes from the 1700s in Switzerland that look nothing like me. They're going to call it whatever they want to call it, and we're still, has no one come up with any other...
Is that what she said, Toaster? Sorry, I was, must have been distracted. Let me bring this back a little bit.
Or a certain condition sometimes masks the real issue. And there's a name for everything, whether we're talking about mental health or physical health. There's a name for everything, and going around that or trying to treat that directly sometimes can keep you in a bad position or chronic condition for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I have like 3 points. Western medicine, the reason why there is no holistic training is because it's very Eurocentric in its beginnings. So when you talk about holistic and you talk about whole and you talk about, as you said, what was that beautiful word, cultural competency, you'd have to include that in order for your practice to be culturally competent, to me. Right? So then to your point...
I don't think that's what they're saying.
Yeah, some of these diagnoses and these names and stuff are from dudes from the 1700s in Switzerland that look nothing like me. They're going to call it whatever they want to call it, and we're still... Has no one come up with any other ideas or names for these things since 1700? Wow. All these geniuses, all these people that are... We can't come up with anything. How does he get... He's the only one that gets to be creative, right? And then to the third point, yeah.
No, that's exactly what she's saying. I don't think she means it in the context that it's bad because it comes from white people. I think if she brings in, like, what was the word, cultural competence, I don't know how much of that is going to, like, actually kick into place for like, sorry for using that word, but actual medicine. But she's just talking about how, like, a lot of this was created on people that are nothing like her. I don't think it's quite bad because white people.
I have a 17, she's 17. I have a 17-year-old daughter, and I had her at 16 years old. My son is 6. So for 11 years, I was told I couldn't get pregnant, Western medicine. I mean, failed IVF twice. With my husband, I was heartbroken, going through depression and all sorts of things. I was given medicines, I was given tests, thousands of tests, just completely heartbreaking. And after the second round of IVF, I was like, you know what? Let me see if there's something I haven't considered beyond what I thought I needed to only consider, which is doc, you know, doc help. Look, we trying to help me. I'm a woman that doesn't work. That's a very vulnerable space for a woman to be in, you know, and to only have one space to rely on. And it's just management. Well, you know, let's bring you back.
There are things that haven't been updated in a long time, especially female health-wise. I don't know how much of those updates are going to happen, like, just because there's a different mentality now, and how much of these updates, like, the thing, I remember I covered this a while ago. I told you guys about this. There was an absolutely fucking wild thing. It still happens. There are a few things like this, actually, One of them is the stitching that doctors do after a woman's given birth, and the whole trend of asking the husband if you maybe want to, you know, maybe you want us to put an extra stitch in there so she feels nice and tight when you're tapping that again. And women getting breast enhancement surgery and asking for a specific size, and then the doctors seeing during the plastic surgeons, technically I suppose, seeing during the surgery that there's actually room for a little bit more, so they put in a size bigger than what these women have asked for, because they figured, you know what, like, I like this, I like big boobs, you probably like big boobs, I'm just not going to listen to what you've asked, and I'm just going to give you what I think is better. Like, that type of shit needs to fucking die. Just straight up. That is wild to me, like absolutely fucking, dude, I would go fucking ballistic if somebody did something like that to my fiance. Bro, Homo sapiens does not differ in its phenotype so much that you have to completely disregard all practice that worked on the white people if you're dealing with a person of a different phenotype. Look, if somebody's telling you that all of Western medicine is dog shit because, white people and black people are not the same, you can safely disregard them, right? You can consider them a retard and move on. If somebody believes in holistic medicine over, like, Western medicine bad type of holistic medicine, then, like, that person's just a fucking moron. You can very safely disregard anything they've got to say. If somebody's just being the noticer, right? Like maybe Diz was a minute ago, I feel like it's a bit different then. She is saying that, yes. If she's saying that, then she's stupid.
Birth control, or let's do this, it'll help you bring the period. You can't get rid of the period, try this. So, to your point, I went into spiritual understanding. Come to find out, I was sexually assaulted as a young girl, and that brother's energy through meditation was still living inside of my womb space. So I yoni steamed, I used yoni eggs. I started my own sacred practice with my own energy, and now, like I said, I have a 6-year-old son 11 years later. So that's what my business is dedicated to. My practice is like, yeah, there's this umbrella of you can't get pregnant because there might be fibroids, it might be PCOS.
Do you know what I find weirdest about shit like this? If I was talking to her privately, right, like face to face, and she told me all of this shit, I'd think it's maybe a little bit goofy, but if it worked for her, I'd be all for it, right? Like fucking 100%, hey, if these yogi eggs, meditation, whatever the fuck, womb energy helped you, then fucking go off, queen, all right? You will see no issues from my side of things. But when I'm like in front of an audience, and when I'm listening to somebody essentially try and sell their practice, right? Their approach to life as such, and I hear shit like this, I get the weirdest fucking vibes from words like this. And it's just, it's so weird, because again, on an individual level, I wouldn't give a fuck. My mum was on that Herbalife type shit. My mum had a similar period. It wasn't with Herbalife, it was with exercise regimens. But I feel, yeah.
Case was unexplained infertility.
Alzheimer's is a good example. Women are twice more likely to develop it, yet the medicine is tested on female mice only in 1/3 of the studies because hormones intervene with the results. There's shit like that with autism as well, right? Like, autism is fucking criminally underdiagnosed with women. For similar reasons, I'm sure, right? In that, like, most of the tests and most of the noticing happens with men.
As well, but then there's also another component is there sexual SA inside of your womb? You know, is there other entities by choice that you let inside of your womb that wished you ill and you knew they wished you ill that are still living there? Are you properly taking steps to cleanse those entities out, right? Because that's your blockage, right? So like, I'm to the root, you feel me? Like, we're not gonna, yeah, you want a baby, but you're here for much more.
Yeah. And I want to piggyback on you too for that, especially running the HTMA, which is the hair test mineral analysis. And you'll see, you know, with this on people's hair, it'll start when you have any kind of trauma, PTSD, childhood trauma that you might even not be aware of. It'll come up on this test because what happens is it starts pulling minerals out of other areas of the body to protect that certain area. So if there's sexual trauma, sexual dysfunction, what's going to happen is the calcium is going to start being pulled into the womb. It's going to start pulled into the brain. I'm able to see that on the HTMA as well. So the body has managers and protectors. Yeah. You'll see this like with PTSD, people that go through like EMDR. Survival. Exactly. So the body puts those managers there and starts pulling from other areas of the body. So we're not addressing the spiritual cause. We're not addressing stress, trauma, and a lot of stuff that I've seen is rooted in that.
But the thing is, I don't get this. I would understand this if Western medicine was like, nah, bro, therapy, fucking tragic and nonsensical. Do not do therapy. Just get some fucking, get some penicillin and you'll be fine. If Western medicine was like that, I'd be like, yeah, you know what, that's kind of fucking crazy, bro. Actually, you should probably go to therapy, right? I should disqualify it immediately. In my experience, it's only ever the holistic shit that's like, no, bro, it's not the Western medicine that can help you. It's the belief in the ghost of the vagina that can bring you like happiness in life. I don't know, bro. I feel like, I can't help but feel like for every one person this shit's gonna help, there's gonna be like 18 that it's gonna do fuck all for. Managers and protectors of the body, I should fire mine. Hey, maybe you feel the way you do in spite of them working their best. Right, maybe if you fire them, then shit's gonna hit the fan, Amanax. EMDR is so weird, it feels like some pseudoscience magic shit, but apparently it does work. There's a lot of shit like that. I would still be very skeptical. Like, I would be okay with this, like, holistic medicine shit alongside regular medicine, right? Especially if, like, real talk, if there was something happening to, like, a family member of mine, right? And there was some fucking holistic medicine doctor quack person who's saying like, nah, bro, in reality, you got to meditate upside down and pray to the ghost of the future vagina and you will be fine. Like, wouldn't believe him. I'd still do the prayers though. Like, I'd still tell my family member to do the prayers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's not gonna hurt, is it? Because it's one of those cases where Western medicine doesn't need belief in the spirits. But if the spirits are real, right? On the off chance it is in fact not the Lulu land, might as well get their favor, you know? Like that'd be quite okay. Like I'm not a religious man, but if I could have the gods in my corner, it's just pragmatic. Can we acknowledge there's no such thing as Western medicine actually? What do you mean by that, Toaster? The split is to do with like the historical approach to it, right? Eastern medicine, Western medicine, What do you mean when you say there's no such thing? Are you saying that there's just medicine? I said plain baby no money because everyone hates him now. I don't know why everyone hates him. I always thought his music was perfectly fine. Like the fucking spunk pop type shit that you listen to when you're in the car, but you wouldn't listen to when you're at home. But you're okay with it existing because it sort of fulfills a role in the society that all the other fucking spunk fucking pop songs do. It's like Western software engineering or Western geological surveying. Isn't this to do with when these medical practices were being sort of invented and developed and how, and the direction where it went? Like with Eastern, a lot of it was spiritual and the chakras of your body, and with Western it was like the science of it.
You know?
I think you bring up an excellent point. I used to be part of a pain management clinic, and we talked a lot about PTSD, stress, trauma, things, and how that affects physically into the body and causes pain. And a lot of times they're, you know, obviously, again, wanting pain management medication to take away the pain, which is how we get into things like addiction and things of that nature. But beyond that, we have to go so much deeper. And so that's where I definitely feel like you have to have that intersection, because you have to go deep into the psyche to understand what happened to me. And again, things that we frequently don't even remember. Stuff that happened when we were children, stuff that, you know, maybe we were intoxicated, blacked out, don't quite remember.
If it works, it's medicine. If not, then it's not medicine. I would be very fucking hesitant of using that as my marker. Some motherfucker out there is going to have a random spontaneous remission of cancer, and he's going to think that it was in fact his diet that's caused this, and he's going to make another fucking YouTube channel telling people he can cure cancer with good diet, and then hundreds of thousands of people are going to suffer that fucking stupidity and that fake hope because some motherfucker thinks that it was medicine because there was a good outcome to it. I'd be very hesitant with that being my metric, Diz. I can think of so many ways to exploit that.
You know, what the scenario was, and then you wake up one day and you're like,
as we stand today, that does not matter. All medicine we've got right now is from international cooperation that's been facilitated for a long while now. Do you mean that just like today it's not an accurate term because we're just talking about like medicine that we're developing together through teamwork across countries? Because there is a room for conversation, especially if you want to look at historic medicine. There is room to differentiate between Western and Eastern, no? That's placebo. Yeah, but if it works, it's medicine, no? That's what you just said. That's like, placebo can work. Dude, my grandma used to have... my grandma used to be like fucking paranoid and shit when it comes to certain medications. She believed that like she needed medication to function, but you can't just keep fucking pumping her with pills for obvious reasons. So I'd give her lentils and Tic Tacs and I'd tell her that's medicine. My mum told me to do that, right? Every time grandma was around at ours, we would stash candy inside fucking pill bottles, and then we'd give my grandma would complain that her legs hurt her, we'd give her candy, and suddenly the legs hurt her no more. If it works, it's medicine. I don't think fucking Tic Tacs are medicine, no. Lentils are so healthy, low-key is medicine. Like, I feel you, Ergy, but that's not what I was thinking, you know?
something isn't right. Oh, I have this pain in my lower back. Oh, the doctor said it was sciatica, but maybe it's so much deeper than that. And so really being able to say like, okay, again, a pain medication can do wonders for that Band-Aid effect, right? But can we go deeper into, you know, how has the trauma affected me? Can I address the cause, which is the trauma? Can we build just a better understanding, come to...
If it works as an effect, it's medicine. If it works without an effect, that's placebo. You can't really measure that though, right? On an individual level. That I would be, I don't know, like I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I don't really have a problem with it. It's just, it seems like one of those, do you know what it is? Somebody like you and I don't need to be told what medicine is. But if I told my mum what medicine is using your definition, I'd be in a world of fucking trouble, like moving forward with how she uses the term medicine. Do you know what I mean? It's like this fails the mum test. Did she took the mint or orange ones? Whichever ones we had. Sometimes we'd give her the, what's that candy with the S on it? It comes in like, fuck, what am I thinking of? It comes with a variety of flavors. It's just like, it's a little bit of, it's a nut covered in chocolate, covered in like a hard shell that tastes good. What am I thinking of? Skittles? No, harder than Skittles. It might actually be an S. I might be making shit up. It might be a different letter of the alphabet. They come with a letter though. What am I thinking of? M&M's. Yes, Ritesh. Thank you very much. So it was not in fact an S. It was an M and an M. I'd give her M&M's sometimes. Like whatever we had at home, she'd get that. She started getting smarter with it after a while, and she'd do fucking taste testing. And after a while, the fucking godsend there was when they started doing these like gummy bear commercials on TV with special medication that you can give to children because it tastes good. And then we just started giving my grandma that, and she was perfectly fine as soon as she got it. That's chocolate. That's what I was saying, right? A nut covered in chocolate with a hard exterior. Hey, Andres, we are watching... Well, we were watching. I don't know if I want to carry on watching, to be honest. We were watching holistic practitioners versus, you know, medical doctors. But I was actually expecting it to be way the fuck more spicy than it is. It is, in fact, not spicy at all. It's on me. It's on me. This is not Jubilee at the end of the day. Jubilee's fucking insane. This lady clearly puts an effort in. A nut covered in chocolate sounded like, but not covered in chocolate. Oh, I feel you. I feel you. But no, I was saying a nut covered in chocolate. So nutters versus normal people. Well, that's kind of what I was gearing up for, Andreas. And there's definitely bits and bobs here that are quite nutty, right? They were talking about the fucking mystical energies of the vagina a second ago. But overall, it seems to be way more that the Western practitioners are just saying like, hey, your body's capable of a lot, so listen to it, pray and meditate if that helps you, but take your fucking medicine if you were prescribed it. And the holistic people don't really seem to have a problem with that either. It seems like they... Fuck me. Alright. Not covered in chocolate. Yes, Ritter, you know it, buddy. You know it. Jesus. So yeah, so we might wanna pause that video. How are you doing, by the way, Andreas? How's life? Was everything? Hello and welcome. Shit. Had a long shift at work today, so I didn't prep any stream content because for some reason I was absolutely sure that this video is going to be absolutely pogging. And it is not. And that's on me. Life is good. That's what we like to hear, buddy. That's what we like to hear. Might just do a little bit more yapping and then just... Because I was saying earlier that today's going to be a relatively short stream because I've got airport duty today. So I have to end 10-ish to make it there on time. How long are you planning on streaming tonight, Chris? I was going to go till like 10:30-ish. But now that I've run out of content and I wasn't aware I would run out of content this quickly, I am not sure. If we don't go today for very long, I'll see if I can make up for it next week. I will admittedly say, after I got the news at work today, that soured the shit out of my mood. Let truth be known, that was... it's not even that I wasn't expecting it, because I know what the corporate's like right now. I was... We literally, me and the coworkers have been talking about this for a while, and we knew that, like, this is exactly where we're heading. But it was still fucking annoying. Andreas asking news. Oh yeah, because you weren't here earlier, Andreas. Essentially, it's just the corporates in the fucking maximum cost-cutting mode. So there are no promotions this year. There are no raises this year. And effectively, with inflation going up, I am looking at either changing jobs, which to be fair, I'm looking for a different one anyway. But if I should fail to do that, then I will effectively be making less this year than I was making last year due to inflation itself. I used to having raises every year. I don't think it's that common. To be quite honest, I'm used to getting promoted every year because that's what it was like for me so far. My first year was just my regular junior position, then I was promoted next year. Actually, I wasn't promoted. I left after a year and I found a different job and I got a promotion with that job. Then I was promoted last year within this job, and this year is looking like no promotion and no raises. I don't know how standard of an experience that is. I am aware of the fact that it might not be, but it still sucks major fucking dick when you've been taking on extra responsibility, specifically preparing for a possibility of a raise, just to be told that you can essentially go and fuck yourself. But those extra responsibilities you've taken up, those are staying. Check content suggestions. Yes, I should, my friend. Let us have a look at what we've got here. That thing that Amp was posting about Afro Man, that is, I don't know what that is about. Oh, okay, this is relatively fun. Moral foundation test. I can do a moral foundation test, chat. I can absolutely do a moral foundation test. That sounds fun to me. Let me just quickly run here, because I don't remember how this game operates with saving shit. But let's just assume that the game is now in fact saved. And we've got a moral foundations test. Academically reviewed by Dr. Jennifer Schultz, PhD, Associate Professor of Psychology. 36 questions. The Afroman situation is hilarious and good. I feel like I would need a video explaining it to me. You know what I mean? Because I've just read some headlines and I couldn't make fucking heads or tails out of it. Oh, that's the good outcome, Diz. That's the good ending. When Lily tells her classmate Sue that it's her dream to be prom queen, Sue laughs out loud and says, "You're too ugly for that." Okay or not okay? Absolutely not okay. Why would you say that to another human being? Jane's boss calls, especially if they're telling you that this is like their dream and not like aspiration or whatever. It's a fucking dream. You can dream whatever the fuck you want. Jane's boss calls all of his employees by their first names, but does not allow any of them to call him by his first name. When Jane insists that it must be a two-way street, he fires her. It's also obviously not okay. What? I don't know. Maybe it's just because, like, the corporate environments that I work in are never quite too strict, so everyone refers to everyone by their name. So maybe that's why this is not okay to me, but I don't get this dynamic. Scott is hosting a dinner party. For dessert, he serves chocolate cake shaped like dog poop. I have no feelings about this one, bro. This is just weird, but you do you. When Kelly asks Steven out on a date, he sneers and says, "Like I'm gonna date a woman who looks like my overweight bulldog." Again, no. Asking people out is mad stressful. If somebody asks you out and you want to shoot them down, be gentle about it. Don't do this. The principal of a school says that none of her students are allowed to draw Muhammad on the school premises or to bring Muhammad cartoons to school. I want to do one notch into no here. I understand the wanting to be respectful to religious people and wanting to be respectful to Islam. This is a dogshit fucking rule that they've got going, and this has caused issues in the past, and I don't think we should placate on this particular note, so draw away if that's what you want to do. Tim asks his father for permission to stay out late because his classmates are throwing a party. When his father refuses, Tim slams the door in his face. One notch into no. I want to know how old Tim is. Wasn't that like France thing? There was a thing in Texas as well where they did I think they were doing a competition on who can draw Muhammad the best, and like there was like an actual fucking a shooting that happened there. Some men have a private all-male club and feminists take them to court demanding that they open it up to women. I would say no. I think it's okay to have all-male clubs and all-female clubs. These kinds of spaces are valuable. I would not want it to be so that you can't have those. Regulation around how these work is fine, but I don't think you should be able to take them to court demanding that they open it up to everyone. It's okay for these clubs to be specific. Sarah's dog has 4 puppies. She can only find a home for 2 of them, so she kills the other 2 with a stone to the head. Alright, Sarah, you little fucking sociopath. Obviously not okay. Hannah inherited an old flag of a country from her father, but has never used it. One day when Hannah is cleaning the house, she discovers that she is out of rags, so she uses the flag as a rag to clean the house. Rough, but I'm quite ambivalent about this. Christy Nolan type shit. Not wrong. Not wrong, to be fair. A new action figure becomes all the rage among the boys in Timmy's class. When Timmy's parents get to the store, they buy all of the action figures for Timmy, leaving none for other children. That's not okay. Fucking scalpers, bro. A pair of parents read about the exotic delicacies of Africa and the Far East. In the coming week, they serve dog meat to their children. Also not okay. Bro. Maybe I'll do one less notch into not okay. There is an angle here, but still not okay. The head of a public department says that none of her employees are allowed to smoke at all, not even in their free time. Oh, fuck off. A Christian bakery refuses to custom decorate a cake with chocolate letters that would carry a pro-gay message. Also not okay. With one notch of breathing room left in there. Brian does not cooperate with law enforcement. Whenever he is pulled over, he refuses to answer questions and start bickering with the police about his rights. I want to say that's not okay. Well, actually, is he correct, though? Or is he just bickering? Because, like, do you know what I mean? Sometimes people get pulled over by the cops and they act like absolute fucking cum stains. And those people can go and fuck themselves. And sometimes the police act like absolute cum stains. And it's kind of okay to push back. I'll do 2 notches into no for societal reasons. Who thinks like that, though? Oh, yeah, let me buy all the toys now so that my kid has them, but other kids don't. Well, I suppose nobody, but in a morality test, it's an interesting hypothetical. When Carl's soccer team is squaring off against the team of another nation, he sings along to the other team's national anthem, instead his own. Weird, but I'll do one notch into not okay. That'd be, if I was on a sports team, that'd be fucking weird to me. But again, there is room to argue here. I'm just curious. Sarah, oh, the little fucking sociopath again. Sarah gets drunk in a bar and makes out with 2 strangers at once. Don't really care. Adam and Beth have been dating for 3 years. I say I don't really care. I don't like promiscuity, and I wouldn't do this, but would I be, like, massively opposed to you doing it? I'll put it as 1 notch, because I understand what the question's asking of me, but I just don't care. Adam and Beth has been dating for 3 years. Adam is reluctant to have children, so Beth tells him she's on the pill when she isn't. Oh, no. Very bad. Very bad. Julie asks her friends not to fraternize with her ex-boyfriend Jake since he cheated on her with other women. 3 weeks later, Julie's friend Melissa is dating him. Yikes. An army lieutenant neglects to file a report on a civilian killing done by his troops because he knows it was an accident. If he knows it was an accident and there's an entire fucking... Obviously not okay. Like, what do you mean, bro? A man sets up an unlicensed medical practice but makes all of his customers sign a contract acknowledging that he is not a licensed physician. A man sets up an unlicensed medical practice but makes all of his customers sign a contract acknowledging that he is not a licensed physician. If it's an unlicensed medical practice and he makes them sign a contract, what's the... What would be... Hypothetically, what even is the problem here? It's good that he's upfront about it, right? Like, why would I have a problem? In what world? Why should I have a problem with this? People that put veneers in do that. It's still dangerous. No, I understand it's dangerous, but I'm saying, like, if somebody wants to put veneers in my mouth and they're not a licensed practitioner, I'd rather have a contract that says they're not a licensed practitioner than not. You know what I mean? I wouldn't read into it that far, Cassie. Why? The stranger consented, she consented, it's a poly thing in the making. Yeah, but this isn't asking me if, like, about legality, just asking you about your own moral feelings about it, and I don't like, I just don't like a lot about hookup culture and shit like that. Just gives me the creeps. They still shouldn't do it? You mean they shouldn't have you... No, but here's the thing, Amanax. Are you saying they shouldn't be putting veneers in, or they shouldn't have you sign the contract? Because I agree with the first part, but this is specifically about the contract. I don't think you should be able to set up a... Like, you shouldn't mislead people, but if you make them sign a contract, you're not misleading them, right? Like, I'm okay with this existing. Fucking, I guess capitalism or some shit. A man orders a custom-built sex doll designed... Oh, fuck me. Oh, I was excited at the very start of this question, and then it went downhill very rapidly. A man orders a custom-built sex doll designed to look just like his niece. Bro. Bro. Oofta boofta. They shouldn't be doing anything medically related for a fraction of a price if you don't have the school background to do it. I agree with you, Amanax. Kinda. I don't know if you need school for everything, and it wasn't specified what kind of practice it was. I wouldn't go to somebody who hasn't gone to school to put my veneers in, but I would maybe go to somebody who hasn't necessarily gone to medical school if I've, like, twisted my ankle and I just need somebody to have a look at it, right? Fucking PE teachers can diagnose you if you've twisted your ankle. Alabama. This is so much worse than Alabama. Emma and Cindy are summer interns at Chris's office. Ayo, Emma does slightly better than Cindy. At the end of the summer, there's only one job opening, but Chris gives it to Cindy because he finds her more attractive. No. Why? What is going on here? Jack and Will are classmates. Will's father is a lawyer. When he picks up Will from school, he refuses to say hi to Jack's father because he is only a janitor. Fuck you. Tina promises her dying mother that she will visit her grave once a month. After the mother has passed away, Tina finds it hard to squeeze in the time, and her visits drop to about once a year. This is perfectly fine. Dude, come on. If you're a good mother, you won't hold your daughter accountable for that. If you're a good daughter, you'll try to go, but if you can't squeeze it in, then you can't squeeze it in, okay? The person's fucking dead. Why would you do that, Chris? Hey, look, alright? Pretty privilege is real, Ergy. It really is. Using both a condom and a pill, a brother and a sister decide that they want to sleep with each other just once to see what it would be like. Shit. Bro, do not do incest. Do not do incest. Where is Amp when we're talking about incest? He'd be here defending this. Tom and Linda have been dating for almost a year. Since they've never agreed to be exclusive, Tom sleeps with other women without telling Linda. Nope. Obviously, go and fuck yourself, Tom. You know exactly what you're doing. This is Alabama. This is Alabama. That was Alabama. In sex education class, the students are asked to inflate a condom with their mouth. I'm going to do like one notch into not okay. I guess that's kind of weird. I don't know if I'd find it that big of a deal, though. While on a live on-air TV show, a man kills a baby rabbit with a knife. Obviously not okay. Our lactose amp, I don't see a problem with that if they're both adults and there's no power dynamic problem. I don't know how you could have no power dynamic though, Amanax. That's always the problem with incest, right? Right off the bat, the power dynamic is ever present and you can't... The only way for there not to be one is if somehow they were both fucking lab-grown. Identical twins that have had the exact same upbringing, and even then, like, there's always power dynamics. Amy and Mia are co-workers. One day, Amy offers Mia to take one of her shifts, no strings attached. Sometime later, Amy could really use someone to fill in for her, but Mia doesn't feel compelled because Amy's original offer had no strings attached. I will do 2 notches into not okay. I understand, but don't be a dickhead. In biology class, a human hand preserved in a jar is passed around amongst the students. Perfectly fine. In sex education class, the students are taught that since their sexes are equal, the girls should sleep with as many guys as they want without fear of being considered sluts. No. Boys who sleep with as many girls as they want should be called sluts, okay? Just accept. It is what it is. But maybe with a little bit of room to breathe, okay? As many guys and as many girls is vague. There's going to be like a very fucking solid room for you to shag around before I would be like slut. For both dudes and girls. A group of parents concerned about their children's risk of obesity demand that the local store stop selling extra large-sized candy bars and soft drinks. 1 notch into not okay. I'm a capitalist. I'm happy to tax that shit, but not selling it at all? Who the fuck are you? Who died and made you king? 2 notches into not okay, actually. The capitalist is coming out. Dan turns up the TV just as his father is talking about his military service. I would need context here. I am right in the middle. I'm from a family where kids went race together. I don't see much power problems there. Me and my brother pretty much don't know each other. In that scenario, I would find it more morally permissible, but I would need to have that outlined in the question, because a default assumption, Amanax, is going to be that those siblings were raised together, right? I feel like. Being a slut is fine, prude. Hey, tell yourself that. Live your life with that value. I have no issues there at all. But do not lie to me, right? You can lie to yourself. You can lie to God. Do not lie to me. When a homeless man asks Matt for spare change, Matt keeps walking and says, "Don't talk to me, loser." No need for the loser bit. Maybe 2 notches into no. Obviously no need for the loser bit. John's soccer coach decides that everyone on the team must wear black soccer shoes, but on the day of the match, John turns up in white soccer shoes instead. Again, not okay. Bob and Pam are siblings. Bob is given $10 by their father and is told to distribute it between them as he likes. Bob gives $1 to Pam and pockets the 9 himself. Not okay. Not okay. All right, chat. Let's find out what happened here. Your moral foundations are you, left, liberal, conservative, libertarian. 97% I care in 97%. 97% fair. 69% pure. Hey, let's go. 50% in loyalty. Fuck off. Where'd you get that from? 56 in authority, 75 in liberty. You have no one strongest moral foundation. Your morality is closest to that of a conservative. Oh no. Well, it is what it is, okay? Where'd they get that from, though? In care, I'm miles ahead of everyone, but the closest is left liberal. In fairness as well. In loyalty, the closest one seems to be a libertarian, actually. In authority, the red one's closer, right? Conservative than libertarian, I feel like. Hard to tell exactly. Purity, I'm closest to it. I'm pure, like the conservatives, the good conservatives, though. And liberty, I seem to be, again, closest to conservative. Well, do you know what, chat? It is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot, and I'm going to put that in Discord, and it's an oofta boofta. But we accept it. We accept it. Pure. Yes, I am, Ray. Yes, I am. Do you know what? Because I have a little bit of time to kill still, but not too much time. But just enough that maybe, just maybe, we can do a bit of GeoGuessr, no? I feel like it's been a while. Alright, Poland. Let's start off with Poland. Moving 2 minutes. Your best score is 9,423. That is an abhorrent best score. Okay. What is this? Wypizdu Wielki? Tłuchowo. We are in Tłuchowo. Where the fuck is Tłuchowo, though? I'll keep going this way. See if I can get somewhere good. Call me if you see any Cyrillic. I've got the browser minimized. Yell. Will do, bro. Will do. Fuck. Where are we? What is this place? Oh no, this is going to be a dead end, isn't it? Oh no, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. There's still hope. I can get somewhere maybe in time. Budex. Sprzedaż mieszkań. Very nice. Not very useful, though. Okay, shit, Poland. I'm just guessing. I'm just gonna guess. It's somewhere around here. That was a bad guess. That was should have dropped it right in the middle. Okay, off to a horrible start. Horrible start. Okay. Another Wypizdu Wielki. Oh, hold on, maybe not. Szlak coś tam I wojny światowej. Some kind of a First World War memorial. Budek sounds like competition to Budpol. Polish company names are not particularly creative. It's my favorite thing ever about Poland. Actually, is probably company names. It's like you've got a guy called Tomek, and Tomek has a fucking transport company. So the name of his company is going to be Transtom. Photovoltaica, that's cool. Still doesn't tell me much. I wojny światowe so everywhere. Yeah, it's not ideal, is it? Nisko and Jarosław. That's this tells me nothing. Stacja paliw Orlen, no okay, but where am I? I thought Polish people are the ones that show for trans. They like that type of trans. It's just every other type of trans they dislike. Fuck, okay, I'm just gonna drop us in the middle. Fuck me. 127 points. We are doing banging, chat. It keeps dropping me in these dog shit fucking places, bro. I swear to God we have cities in Poland, like actual fucking cities. Poznań, Bytom, Katowice. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. We're doing marginally better. There's potential here, there's potential. Is that the only Jarosław in Poland? What the hell? Is it? Is it really? Do you know what? I'm just gonna drop us... Okay, not a great guess, not a horrible guess. 1300 points. I'm not beating my high score of 9,000 today, am I? Jesus, this is atrocious. I want to show you the beauty of my country, and I can't do that because it keeps dropping me into whatever the fuck these are. Paul Brook sprzedający kostkę brukową, kocham. That's just Poland. Me and my fiance, a few weeks ago, we were visiting family, and we're driving through this area where we've noticed midway through that, like, there's a company constantly everywhere around us. Like, there's another company, another one, and all of them were selling the exact same type of stone. Like, just the entire fucking city, village, or whatever the fuck, was just those companies at, like, an infinitum amount. Świdnik, you saw the city name? I don't know where Świdnik is, though. That doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. I don't know where the fuck Świdnik is. I don't even know what Świdnik is. Lublin? I actually don't know where Lublin is on the map. I don't think I've ever been there, actually. Oh, found it. Well, let's have a look. Fantastic. Okay, 4,500 points. Pure fucking skill. If we do this, chat, if we do this one, we can beat our high score. And it is unfortunately not looking very good currently. Okay, we're going left. Is that maybe the village name there? No. Fuck. Can do Wordle in a sec as well. I feel like I did good when I was playing Wordle, and now I play GeoGuessr and I'm not doing good anymore. That's why I don't play GeoGuessr. It sucks without any geographical knowledge. Well, yeah, but that's why you play it, right? To get better at it. To develop your geographical knowledge. Owczarska. Przystanek na życzenie. Leśnica. I don't know if that's the name of the area, though, or if that's just the name of the company that sells those houses. Oh, Wrocław. Oh, shit. Okay. Chat, we might have only gone and done it. Oh, we've only gone and done it. fucking incredible. Lucky, there was nothing lucky about this. It was pure skill. Okay, now we're going to do Wordle for a little bit. First word. We're going to go with black once again. So what was it? So B and A are in the sentence here, but they're not first or third letter. Okay, E is the last letter. Booba. I don't think so. I don't think this is going to be it. Nope. Flower 6 letters. I am drawing a blank on 5-letter words, chat. I'm actually drawing a blank. Holy shit. Give me 5-letter words. We can do this. Fuck. Baker above? No, Baker can't be above. Okay, A and B are in it. A and B and E. So E's definitely the last letter. A's not the first letter, so maybe the second one. You suck at this, Chris. Look, let me get warmed up, okay? It's not Jesus. B's not the first one, though. No, it's not the second one either. It can be the third one. Oh, no, sorry. A has to be the second one. So it's something A, B, something E. Babka. Hehe. That's a word in Polish. Kinda. Come on. Don't say come on. You haven't got the answer either. Don't come on me, Bobber. No, the second one has to be A. It's something A, B, something E. Is this Polish Wordle? No. Oh. Oh, look, yeah, because it would be labeled like this, no L. It could be, yes. Sable, do you reckon? Oh, Diz. It was maybe. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Can't count. We're trying out all the letters. Okay, none of these letters. A is definitely a third one. Thank you for the hydration, Michael. Look, we never play games like this, so then when I do play games like this, I end up being dog shit at them, but that's why we have to play games like this on stream, to become smarter. So we've got A. I need to figure out how the fuck this works. Oh no, sorry, orange means that this is here, right? So A's this third one, and we've got Y and E. Okay, so Y is, so it's something EA or something Y. Okay, so we've got a D in here. That's not a word, is it? No. It's definitely E-A-D-Y. Heady? Like this? I don't know what the fuck this word means though, heady. We've won though. We've won. We've won. No, we've already done the Y, so there's no need for a dearie. So it's E, A, and K. How we doing, comic? Not looking at his screen. You got it for Wordle. I guess this discount one's called Wordy. Maker. No, but we know now that it's not the... So it could start with an E, or it could start with a K. I'm just gonna eliminate the... Okay, so... something... That's not a word, it turns out, Amanax. No, it's not. Oh, sorry. Need we've already put in. Sneak. Nope. Skeen? Again, it's just using weird words. The only advantage this game has is that I don't know what the fucking words mean. Oh my god, okay. Fuck me then. Oh, okay. Oh, shithouse. Okay, I misunderstood what the E means here. That's my bad, my bad. Okay, so M is the first one, then it's something something, ER. And it's not K, it's not... What are we left with? You will never get ahead of the ADHD Amanax. Never. It is too quick. If the ADHD is too quick for my brain, it's gonna be way too quick for your fingers on the keyboard. Mover? Hell yeah. Let's go. What do you mean word not found? Penis is definitely a word. Oh, I already knew he's not here. That's my bad. That's my bad. I am quickly running out of letters, though. Hey, Oski, how you doing? No, we know K's not here. We know E's not here. So it's something H-O. Okay, so it's not... Oh, fuck, I already knew... T, maybe? Let's try all the letters. That doesn't make any sense. Photo, do you reckon? That's gotta be it. Hell yeah. We are... Do you know what? We're quite good at this when it's 5 people working together to get one word, you know? Okay. No point doing this. You must have the first 3 guesses in 10 seconds, though. I'm trying to make it hard for you guys. If it's too easy, then what's the point, you know? So it's P, N, and E, but not in the order that we've got up top. No, it can't be Oski, because P's orange up here, so it means that P's in the word, but it's not the first letter. Empty? No, because it has to have N and an E in it. Nopes is not a word. I'm trying to, Amanax. I'm trying to learn, okay? I'm just not very good at this. Snipe? No, fuck. Goro. It's not a good guess. It can't end in an E. It can't end in an E. At least we've got an I now, though. So it's... But when I do penis, it's going to tell me word not found. It has P, I, and an E in it. Obviously it could be penis. It's such fucking bullshit that it's not going to accept this. No, as them as, oh, look at me, my name is just Stepan and I'm paying attention to what's on the screen. Suck a dick. It has these 4 letters in it, N-I-P-E. But not in this order. E-pint, like sharing a pint with your friend over the internet. P can't be the first, also true, yes. And E can't be the last. P's not the third either, so P's either going to be second... Sorry, P's not the fourth, so P's either going to be second, third, or fifth. Pain, fucking Q in the Naruto edit. N could be the first. I could be the first letter as well. It is, Oscar. This is so much more frustrating than the ones we were doing a second ago. What the fuck kind of word has the letters N-I-P-E in it, not in the order that you're seeing on screen? P can't be first or fourth. It can only be second, third, or fifth. No, E can't be the last letter, nor is it a word, I think. No O, also no O, true. Fuck me, this is genuinely annoying at this point. The fuck? Do you know what? No, because S isn't in it. I just want to eliminate another set of letters. Okay, the first letter is R. So it's R, and then it's a combination of N-I-P-E. Oh my god. Fuck me. What an annoying ass fucking word this one was. Ripen, yeah. Like for fruit and shit. W, it actually was fucking hell. I can't remember the last time I had to, like, actually use my brain like this. Okay, none of these letters. Fuck me. Okay, A's the third letter. Why always black? I don't know. It's just like you need letters. You need 5-letter words that eliminate as many letters as you can. And also, I do still have that clip of me guessing black as like my first off in the very first Wordle game I've ever played. And it's just immediate fucking jackpot. Toads. Okay, so it's L, T, S, and A is the third letter. T's not first, L's not second, and S is not last. Oh, okay. So S is the first letter. So it's going to be S something. S something ALT? Oh, it could be stalk. No, it can't be stalk. It can't be. T's the second word. Fuck. Shalt? How? What is this? What the fuck is shalt? Thou shalt not pass. What's the point of this? Fucking bullshit. Okay, fuck me. Okay, I and P are in it. GeoGuessr is much better. Next time it's going to be GeoGuessr. I'll be wrapping up soon anyway, so we're gonna try and bang one out. Play EthnoGuessr. I played a few variations of GeoGuessr. None of them were as fun as people were hyping them up to be. No. Fuck. Okay, so I is definitely the second one. P somewhere in here, so it could be first. No, N's not in it. Picky? Okay, Y's last. C's not in it either. P-I something something Y. I don't think that's a word. Is this a word? This is not a word. P-boy is not a word. Piggy? Yes. Yes, it was Oscar and Stepan. Good guess, my dudes. Good guess. All right, chat. Like I was saying, short stream today because I've got airport duty in a minute. I will be back with you next week. I will try and pump out a video over the weekend as well. I've actually got a few ideas, so it might just work out. I shall raid us into... Oh, I consider that Gust's life. I'll raid us into Gust. Sorry for the short stream today. What do you mean invalid username? But I promise to be back next week. Take care, everyone. Good night. Bye-bye. And I will talk to you again quite soon. Will do, Diz. Will do. Take care now. Bye-bye.